I don't think any guy should try to overcome a pornography addiction if he is walking around in a body that he is not proud of. Yes, I do believe that there's a direct correlation between your physical health, walking around strong, fit, mobile, confident as the man in the body that you are, and your ability to get free from pornography. I think there's 7 reasons as to why your recovery plan should include a fitness transformation. And if you're not prioritizing your health, your body, your mind, your true identity transformation, you will constantly stay in the cycle of relapse and trying to recover. Guys, my name is Coach Frank Rich, founder of Rebuilt Recovery and host of The Rebuilt Man. And over the last 5 years, we've helped over 1,600 men walk down the path and journey into freedom by conquering their pornography addiction, rebuilding their bodies, rewiring their brains, reshaping their heart, and stepping into the life that God has called each and every single one of them to live. And in today's episode of The Rebuilt Man, I'm going to share with you the 7 reasons as to why your recovery plan, if you're trying to overcome porn, should include a physical transformation. Number 1 is the importance of goal setting, being goal-oriented, being growth-minded. We know that one of the major side effects, one of the major impacts, negative impacts of a pornography addiction is the rewiring of our brain in a negative way. It hijacks our dopamine pathways. It hijacks our reward system, meaning we don't find joy and pleasure and motivation to go out and conquer what we're here to do in the world. The only place that we can find dopamine is by the consumption of porn. Now, when you set down the path of a physical transformation, you have to create goals, smart goals, specific, measurable, achievable, attainable, realistic, and in a timely manner. Now, here's what happens is when you have that goal of 10, 12 weeks, 6 months down the road of shedding a certain amount of body weight, of putting on a certain amount of muscle, of growing a certain amount of strength, every day when you take small steps towards those goals, you reinforce your growth orientation. Every step towards those goals will release small drips of dopamine. Now you're taking back control of your dopaminergic pathways. So the first reason as to why I believe you need to have the goal of transforming your body, not the goal of quitting porn, is it creates a more goal-oriented, growth-centric approach to your recovery. Now, yes, you need to get to the root cause. You need to do an inner healing. All of that stuff is going to be important. But think about working towards becoming a better man versus how do you stop doing this thing in the current version of yourself. The second reason here is why it's going to build discipline, willpower, resiliency within. If you've never been in peak shape, you don't have the discipline to do it. You've probably tried many times before. And it's that lack of tenacity. It's that lack of will, grit, resiliency that you're going to need in the difficult times. Yes, is real freedom possible to where you no longer have to fight the temptations, give into the triggers, give into the urges? Yes, that is the destination that we're all working towards. But if you can't make it past 30 days of resisting, if you can't make it past 3 weeks of not giving in because you lack discipline, you lack willpower, you lack resiliency, then you will never truly be able to create the real life of freedom. And small daily disciplines in your nutrition, in your training, in prioritizing your health over your pleasure seeking builds the skill set within that now you can apply these things to other areas. This is why people that go through radical transformations become better entrepreneurs. This is why people that go through radical physical transformations become better in their relationships. Physical transformation spills over into every area of your life. The third reason as to why your recovery plan needs to include a physical transformation is the reduction of stress and anxiety that will come with pushing your body to its limits. Many of you struggling with porn use it as an outlet of stress relief. Many of you that struggle with porn have massive anxiety. These are physiological responses to external events. Dedicating an hour, 4% of your day to the gym. We're talking about real training here. intense, goal-centric, progressed over time, is incredible at reducing your stress. Now, you build the ability in the gym to manage that stress, and then you take it with you outside of the gym. It's not about 1 hour of stress relief. It's about pushing your body to learn how to regulate your stress so that later on down the road, when stress occurs in regular life, you are equipped as a man to handle these things. In addition to reducing stress and anxiety, the fourth reason as to why you need to have it as a part of your recovery plan, we're talking about a physical transformation here, is the boost in mental clarity, focus, and drive. We can get all into the weeds of the science here around the neuroplasticity, around how exercise rewires your brain, how it reduces or releases endorphins and feel-good chemicals. All that stuff is cool to understand. But if you've ever felt down and then gone and trained, you feel better afterwards. If you're prioritizing your physical transformation, that means you're on top of nutrition, training, recovery, sleep, supplementation. All of these things are going to lead to a healthier brain. A healthier brain will produce more mental clarity, more focus. Stop eating the garbage food. Stop feeling like garbage the next day. Try this. Test this. If you've never eaten clean, absent of processed junk, high fructose corn syrup, eat natural, organic, whole-based foods. You will instantly, within a week, feel better. Number 5 here, the fifth reason is the balancing of your hormones. Okay? When you're fat and overweight as a man, it spikes your estrogen. It drops your testosterone. You're not driven, motivated. This impacts your sleep. This impacts your focus. This impacts your ability to regulate and manage stress. Everything about you as a man, to a certain degree, is controlled by the balancing and the health of your hormones. If you don't have healthy testosterone numbers, you're not going to show up as a healthy man. You're going to be more irritable. You're going to be more emotional. You're going to be less driven. You're going to be way more lethargic. Prioritizing your health, especially if you're in your 20s and 30s, get those numbers elevated naturally to where they are supposed to be. And I'll tell you, you will look at the problems in your life differently, and you will be driven to go out there and be the man that God is calling you to be. So number 5 is the improvement in the balancing of your hormones, which is going to lead us to the 6th reason as to why physical transformation needs to be a part of your recovery plan. And that's the improvement of your sleep quality. I hear from dozens of men on a weekly basis that have hard times falling asleep. Frank, I need porn just to wind down at the end of a long day. Well, you're probably not pushing yourself daily. You're probably not managing your stress. Your hormones are probably out of whack. You're probably not actually working towards productive goals on a daily basis. Just by checking the first 5 boxes here and the reasons as to why we've talked about it, you will have an improved sleep quality. Now, also by having to prioritize your sleep, that is what's going to produce the physical transformation, because you can't physically transform with poor sleep habits. You can't become the absolute best version of yourself physically without prioritizing your sleep at night. So the improvement of your sleep is going to be a massive benefit that comes with prioritizing your health and fitness and physical transformation through your recovery plan. And number 7 here, this is the biggest one for so many of us, is the boosting and the improvement and the growth and the building of your self-confidence. Most of you right now that are struggling with porn are not confident in your ability to get free. You're not confident in your ability to go out there and set a goal and conquer. You're not confident in your ability to be the man that God is calling you to be. And I can tell you one of the quickest ways to grow that confidence is that man that's looking back at you in the mirror, prioritize him. Love him. Love him through the acts of discipline. Push yourself, push that man to his limits. And the reward that comes back with that is the confidence that you've been looking for. Push your body, push your mind, push your emotions, push your heart. Guys, here at The Rebuild Man, we are doubling down on our efforts to help men not just conquer porn, but truly help men step into the life that God is calling them to live. The rebuilt man means a death of the old self and the creation of a new you. And if you want some help in doing that, I want to invite you into our community for a free week trial. There's no obligation to stick around with us. Join our courses, jump on our group calls, get one-to-one support, get group accountability and mentorship along the way. But if you visit skool.com, skool.com/reboot your life, you can get access to our entire course, our community, our group calls, and our one-to-one support free for an entire week. Check it out, skool.com/reboot your life. It's linked down there in the show notes below. But if you're struggling to break free and you've been trying this without prioritizing your fitness, start there. Build the body you're proud of. Be the man you know you can be. Take care of yourself. Love yourself through the acts of discipline that you take on a daily basis. Coach Frank, the Rebuild Man. We love you guys. We'll see you in the next one.